So just a few days to go for IPL 2023 to start, and in the series of videos that we've been doing, picking up the likely playing 11, or rather the strongest playing 11 for each franchise. Today it's the turn of Kolkata Knight Riders, and me and Shane find ourselves in an unenviable position of picking their likely 11, because out of the videos that we've been doing, I've realized that this is quite a tough task, made only difficult for us after the injury to Shreyas Iyer. That actually throws the entire balance of KKR. You'll realize as we go along picking our 11. But just a word of advice, do help us out in what you think is the best 11. Put in a comment in the video, because like Shane and I'm sure you have your opinion as to what would be the most perfect 11 for Kolkata. That will also give us a fresh perspective as to look at things differently. Anyway, I think both of us might have different opinions going forward. I'm a neutral here. He's a massive KKR fan. So let's start with the most obvious ones, but I don't know which is the most obvious one.
That's the problem, because normally you think the top order would be obvious. Now, with Shreyas Iyer not there, I'm not even sure if you're playing with one of your two designated wicket keepers, or you could potentially be playing with both of them. That's the conundrum.
So you know what we usually do in the previous videos? We put in the 100% obvious ones. There are a few here too.
There are quite a few.
But I think the batting order is going to change, and we
can start with the bowling then, because the bowling is fairly set for the most part.
I've had my doubts there. Let's put one of the openers in Venkatesh
Iyer, 100% starting.
No doubt.
No doubts about that.
Okay, so I'm going to put him here.
Because he's 100% there.
Right?
Yeah.
He's there. Okay. So would Andre Russell be? Number 6? Would be 100%.
Would be Andre Russell at 6.
Okay.
Sunil Narayan at 7.
Should I write?
Dre Russ. Yes.
Dre Russ. Okay.
Double S.
That is your one
Foreigner.
yes. Here. Done.
Sunil Narayan. 100%.
Sunil Narayan at 7.
7.
I actually have him at a different spot.
Higher?
You'd find that very interesting.
Okay.
Pushed him a bit further
down. Okay.
Yes. So, since he's 100%, I'm putting him at 8. We can move him later.
Move him up and down.
Okay. So, Nareen.
Because he has to be starting, and your foreign player number 2.
He is starting.
And foreign player number 2.
Right. Now, let's start with the second opener, going step by step. Now, the second opener, lots of options.
Yes. There are 2 who I think it's narrowed down to more than any.
Who are your 2s? I've also narrowed it down to 2.
Ramanullah Gurbaz, you've just traded him in. The other wing, Narayan Jagadisan, you got him on a steal in the auction.
That's not the second option that I
You went for Litton.
Yeah.
That's the thing. See, now why I thought Litton, probably not, because I thought Gurbaz being the traded in player, you're paying big money for him. Think he might get precedence in that regard. And I think normally Jagadisan may not have been starting, but Iyer not there now, you might slot him in at number 3. Might.
Yeah, but I don't think Jagadisan is the kind of player that will, set the stage on fire. You need a bang, right? Now, I think both Litton and Gurbaz, whichever way you go, are still strong openers, right?
Correct. Yeah. Ramanullah, I think, would be my first choice.
The thing is that with Iyer going out, your batting is going to look weak. And I know as we go along, we're also going to be looking at the likes of Rinku Singh, Mandeep Singh, whoever, I'm saying when you're going for. When you're making a batting lineup like that, I'm not too sure you will have a Jagadisan as your opener. It will make your batting
agreed. I was playing Jagadisan at 3.
Okay, so your opener is
Ramanullah Gurbaz.
Okay, so I was going with Litton Das also because I was there in Adelaide.
Of course.
That was Adelaide? Yes, that was Adelaide.
Yeah.
That game versus Bangladesh single-handedly would have won Bangladesh that game, but for that direct hit by KL Rahul.
Yes.
That direct hit completely changed the game. That was one of the best T20 innings I've seen, honestly. With that in mind, would you be tempted to go with a Litton Das? I would go with a Litton Das, but I'm not too fussed with Gurbaz as well, because I like him.
I think we're going with Gurbaz because, again, you've traded him in. You could have waited for him to go to the auction. But you trade him in. I think he was getting a decent chunk of money at Gujarat. So you're playing him.
Okay, so fine. So
we're going with Gurbaz.
I'm going because he's the KKR fan, resident expert. So I'm going with
Gurbaz. That's your second option.
Gurbaz. I'm just writing Das in case you want to
In case
look
we
at
might
it.
change that.
Okay.
Yeah.
My preference is Das, his is Gurbaz. So that's your one foreigner also
Taken
done.
care of.
Now, there remains only one slot
That is
for
the
the
key.
foreigner. That is the key. Now, what happens is, so tell me the foreigner that you've gone with.
You can actually go with both options we're thinking of, but you'd then have to drop Gurbaz. Then you'd have to play Jagdishar. Only way. If you have to go that way. Why? Because if you play Jagdishar, your one foreign slot is open, your wicket is sorted and opener.
Sure, we'll come to that. First, which is the, assuming this is the team.
Assuming this is, then it has to be Lockie Ferguson.
I've actually gone with Shakib, not Lockie. I'll tell you why.
Captain.
No, your batting order is pretty weak. Pretty weak.
Actually.
If you've got a Jagadishan, you will go with a Rinku Singh
Nitish Rana.
and Nitish Rana. Again, as I'm saying, I mean,
So
not
one-dimensional
out and out match winners. And he didn't. I don't think he had a great IPL last
No,
year.
Rinku
Before
had a
that,
very good. Rinku
yes,
had a very
Rinku
good
did.
IPL, but
Yeah,
Nitish didn't.
Nitish did. Nitish had a good IPL previous to that.
2020, 21, he was
21
decent,
when you were playing in the UAE.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. These are still not the players that I'm going to trust my middle order with, which is why I think while my bowling still looks good, I could sacrifice a Lockie Ferguson
And get in
and
an
get
Indian
in a
pacer.
get in a yes, and get in a Shakib
Correct,
because
correct.
my batting's pretty weak. So I'm going to get a Shakib and I'm put.
Then fair. I think I could agree with that because again,
could? Okay.
I could. Why? Because if you look at the bowling options for KKR, if you're thinking about an Indian pacer, you have someone like a Vaibhav Arora who may have been on the bench. And if you play this combination, you can slot him in.
As you go forward, you might realize that you might not even need that.
Oh,
I'll tell you why. Because you take a look at the number of bowlers that they have. So,
Yeah.
if I put Shakib here,
At number 4, fair.
by the way, who's your captain?
That is a real good question.
Who is your captain? Because that might decide what the team looks like. So, there's a Sunil Narine
Yeah.
who captained their domestic side in UAE.
Yes, it was the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders.
Yes. And you got a Shakib.
If you're playing Shakib, I think he's your best bet. He's your best bet.
I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I think he would be your best bet because otherwise the other options would be go with an Indian player. So either a Venkatesh or a Rana, neither of whom are inspiring options. Exactly. So if you're playing Shakib, it has to be Shakib. Other option would be Saudi, but he doesn't fit in this.
Yes, in the 11.
So then
I
it has
agree.
to be Shakib.
Not Narine?
No. Narayan, I think, is better as a player.
Okay, interesting. I'll take his word for it. I also probably would have. So he's also your captain.
Also, two-time title winner with the team. He's done it. He and the one of two Bengali influences.
I was just going to come to that.
The third is Anukul Roy. No chance he's getting a game unless something drastic happens.
Oh, that's one thing I've seen. In terms of when you have similar languages being spoken in two different countries, that language doesn't really take precedence. It's the countries that you're part of.
True.
The only exception to that is Bengali, because if you go to Bangladesh, they love Saurav Ganguly. They treat him like their own because he's Bengali.
Correct.
And I know this for a fact that in Bengal, in Indian side of Bengal, they like a few Bangladeshi players. I mean, of course, they'll prefer India. But if it was not India and somebody else, then they
Someone like a Shakib is very popular in Kolkata.
Yes, he
very
is.
popular.
So, you know that Bengali.
Like, he is many times he'll come to Kolkata for like Durga Puja Pandal hopping.
Yes, I remember seeing
He's
that.
been there. So he's very popular in Kolkata.
Yes.
Would be the best choice.
So then Shakib comes in also because your batting is looking weak.
Yeah.
In which case, Nitish Rana, I've gone
Nitish
at number 3.
3. Yes.
Okay.
And Rinku at 5. I would start him.
Nitish Rana,
Yes.
yeah, I agree. Okay.
And
Rinku Singh, he had a good IPL last time.
That's a lot of left-handers, by the way. Look at that.
Yes. So that's Rinku Singh.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So of these top 5, only Gurbaz and Das are actually
Right-handers.
Otherwise, your top 4 is entirely lefties. Otherwise, I think what they'll do sometimes is someone like a Dreras gets pushed up.
Yeah, sure, you can. Rinku can go there. He can come here. Shakib could go there. Yeah, good.
You could do that.
Good.
And then your number 7 would also technically be a right-hander.
Now, I
Shardul
put
Thakur.
Narine at 7. By the way, I'll tell you what I've done. You can. So, because now Shakib comes in, Lockie goes out.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what I did was, I put Shardul here.
At 9. Okay.
Yes, because what that does is really gives a lot of depth to your batting.
Then who comes in at 7?
Yeah, I had that spot left for a batsman. Pick a Jagadishan, pick a Mandeep Singh, pick anyone. What you could do is sometimes get Dre Russ here and put him at 7.
Yeah. Then I think that would then probably be of all the domestic batters you're looking at, because again, domestic batters.
You can feel to disagree with me and completely change it.
No, this is pretty much the direction I was going.
Okay.
I would have just had Jagdishan higher up the order, but if we're saying we have a spot for him,
So,
then again,
so if you get, let's say, Jagadishan here.
Rinku slots down to 5-6. Because he has the ability to go from the ball group.
So get Jagadishan here and get Rinku at 7.
Here could be, again, because I think the lower order with Kolkata.
But again, Jagadishan didn't do anything that told me.
Side in the Vijay Hazare was
Vijay Hazare, yes. No, I'm just talking about...
SMA?
Yeah. While we're doing the 11, Anurag, would you be kind enough to just give our friend Jay a call? Say I'm finishing a video in exactly 5 minutes and then I'll see him. How?
Right. So because that's the thing, the lower order post maybe Rinku, pretty flexible. Some matches you'll send a Narayan higher up the order.
Yeah.
Some you'll send a Dre Russ up the order. Really
So
depends.
a lot of you might say, okay, get Jagadishan here, you remove him, get a Lockie Ferguson there, and that sorts things out.
But this is a lot of combinations.
But I'll tell you why I thought of removing Lockie, even though he's quite an impact bowler, is because you get a Varun Chakravarti.
Yes.
Right?
Umesh at 10 then.
Right?
Yeah.
And you got Umesh here. And if you've got another batter, let's say Jagadishan.
Let's go with Jagdishan because of your domestic options, he's probably the best.
Though he's not that...
Neither is Mandeep, neither is
Jagadi, is it H?
double E S-A-N.
S.
I think it's that. Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, that's not his natural position. You could push him to 6 and 7. I'll tell you why I thought of getting Lockie out from there. You could, as he's saying, bring someone, but then who keeps here? If you remove the two of them, Jagadishan can
He's the
keep.
keeper. He keeps foot on.
That's so why I was then but the other option is if you get a Jagadishan here, let's say, that's the other, and fit in a Lockie Ferguson. That's the other option you can go with. But I'll tell you why I went with this. Because it strengthens your batting and does not weaken your bowling. So let's look at the bowling options, okay? So let's look at the spinners you've got. You've got Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan, Shakib Al Hasan.
Yes.
So 3 good spin bowling options. Very good. Now let's see your fast bowling options.
Umesh,
Shardul, Dre Russ.
There's one problem with this which I just realized.
Yes.
If you put Jagadishan here and free up a slot for a foreign bowler, bring in Lockie, death bowling is taken care of. That was one of KKR's biggest Achilles heels last year.
Sure, we can do that, but does that then weaken
batting? I think, they were batting till 8 anyway with Shardul.
That's okay with you?
It's fine with me. That is fine with me because someone like Umesh can tonk, Lockie can bat a bit. If you bring in Lockie, in place of Lockie, you have Saudi. He can hit a few.
But what that does is, now I'm just saying, okay, fine, you're fine. But what I'm saying is why I like this balance. You've got 6 very good bowlers.
Yeah.
In fact, you have 7 bowling options.
Venkatesh can be a good middle over.
So you've got 6 very good bowlers, like full-time bowlers, and the 7th option. So you've not compromised on your bowling, is what I'm saying, without Lockie. And yet your batting is so strong. And I'll tell you, it's not just about the depth of your batting. The difference is these two are foreign players, much more established players who played the higher level, which a Jagadishan may not be able to give you batting there. So I mean, it's not just number 7, you're right, okay, maybe I reduce it and put in 8. But will that impact still be there as an opener that a Gurbaz or a Das can
Definitely
that doesn't happen, which is why I gave it a thought. I could go with, let's say, a Jagadishan here, and you get a Lockie Ferguson, in which case, okay, you're batting till 8, your bowling strengthens, but do you really need to strengthen your bowling, considering you've got 7 bowling options, 6 of which are regular full-time bowlers?
Yeah. Only problem here is the death, because with this, your death bowlers will be Andre Russell, hit or miss. He'll either get 4 wickets or get hit for 4 fours. And Shardul.
Why not Umesh?
Umesh and the death, no.
Good. I'm saying...
last year again, predominantly you were bowling him in the park
you have the likes of Narayan and Varun Chakravarti that can bowl in the death too. Anytime.
Again, I think, so you can go with this. You can. It's not out of the equation.
So no, my vote is for this combination. The other combination is we remove them, get Jagadishan here and get Lockie Ferguson. Then you go with 8 bowling options and death. That's the other option. It's a close call. My vote is for this, but I'm happy to change because you're the resident KKR expert. If you like that, we change it. We bring it to that likely.
See, actually, all the complication comes from Shreyas Iyer getting injured.
Yes. If Shreyas was there,
It's a straight shootout. You know for a fact that Shakib is probably not even starting.
yep.
He's not even starting.
So then you get a Shreyas here.
Yeah.
Shakib goes out, and
Then you have Lockie Ferguson.
Your bowling is done. But with this also the balance you've got now.
Yeah, with this
you've
got a
now
lot
got
of
an
balance
extra batsman.
and a lot of batting depth. So let's stick with this because I think a few years with KKR, even last year, all of the batsmen were trying to go bang bang. Someone succeeded, someone failed. For that, batting till 9, not the worst option in the world.
Yeah, and if you feel Jagadishan is not really suited for that sort of a position, you can always draft him a little earlier and then get Rinku
Later.
Dreras slightly later, or even get a Mandeep in that sense and ask him, though he is also a top order batsman.
He's a top 3 batsman.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, this is something you can look at.
Yeah.
You have enough batting here. Would have loved to have Lockie, but I don't see the need that you've got 6 proper bowlers and a 7th backup as well. So you have enough bowling.
Exactly.
Maybe what KKR can do is start with this.
And they can
And
change.
if your death bowling really is a problem, then you compromise saying, okay, we'll compromise on the batting, fix our death bowling and get Jagadishan there.
Because you have the option. They have the options in terms of squad. They have the options in terms of that extra foreign player now.
Yeah.
So it's not like they can't fix it.
You let us know what you think of it. This was my vote. You still have time.
I am
under no
going with
pressure.
this. I'm going
You're
with
the
this.
final authority on KKR. You can change it.
No, I'll go with this for now.
Okay, then
Because
you're
again,
happy.
it's very confusing with Shreyas' injury. I think you can go either way and it wouldn't be wrong. So let's just go with this for now.
Okay.
Fine with this.
So that's the team that we're going with. Do send us your opinion. What you think would be the ideal 11 for KKR. By the way, Shreyas Iyer, the word is, we have been reporting that he's out of the IPL. There are some fans that I was watching on social media still hopeful that he'll come back. Any hope? No.
I
no.
don't see it happening.
Don't see it happening. What we would like for you to do is give us a like if you enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends. And for more such video, all you need to do is what? Subscribe and press that bell icon. Then you know when the next set of likely 11 comes your way. We've been saying in the local language every time we're saying bye-bye. So what do you say in Bengali?
I've actually forgotten what you say. Well done. I actually don't remember.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you.